I'm originally from Seattle. I got a degree in geography from the University of Washington, and then I went to grad school at UC Berkeley and also got a master's degree in geography. My focus and my studies was in urban geography and the development of urban places. I actually went to a planning conference once in Philadelphia, and the keynote speaker was Robert F. Kennedy, which seems sort of weird, like obviously the junior, not the senior, because he doesn't really work in planning. Um, but he gave one of the most impassioned speeches that I have ever seen about the importance of planning and creating a legacy for the future. So I worked for so many years in the public sector. I actually was working at the city of Bellevue. That was my last public sector job. I'd worked with a lot of different consultants. I had really good experiences working with people from Burke Consulting. I really liked that person a lot that invited me to apply. And even though I kind of felt like I hadn't really, I wasn't at a spot of completion in my work in Bellevue. I wasn't really ready to pass on some of the projects I was working on. I also thought, like, I think I should just give it a shot. Bellevue has made great strides in areas that were very important to planning. And with the coming of light rail, that's going to be enhanced as well. They've made really good strides there in creating a better mixed use environment and transforming a suburban environment into a much better urban environment. And they have plans to do that kind of nestled around their light rail stations. I would also say that one thing that Bellevue does care a lot about is affordable housing. So they've gone a lot farther than other communities. In consulting, so I have an AICP. So the work that I do is driven by that code of ethics. Also, my firm has a set of established values like curiosity and collaboration and equity. And so we try and bring those values to all of the work that we do. So when we propose on projects, I mean, it's everything from where we select projects that we want to work on to what we propose on projects to how we do the work. I really believe strongly in those values. And I always think my work would not be very meaningful or important to me if I didn't think about some of the bigger picture items. And as I've mentioned before, things like health and equity are really important to me in communities. And so I try and bring that focus to my work as well. It's very important to us to get complete answers as much as possible. So we build into our scopes of work the opportunity to talk with people in the community through interviews, focus groups, and really we have a really good focus on community engagement so that we can gather perspectives. When I was studying for my AICP exam, I really read the entire sort of canon of planning information. I was really impressed by some of the works like Designed by Nature. I think actually one of the best books of planning, which is kind of odd because I don't really work in transportation, but The High Cost of Free Parking is one of the most interesting books. And the thing that I like about it particularly is that it takes something that people think and turns it on its head and sets out a whole series of arguments. The people that I know who started their careers in big cities, they had a little tiny part of a job doing something kind of over and over again, and didn't really have access to the more exciting things that were happening, even though those exciting things were happening all around them. There's a lot of really important work that can be done, and you can learn a lot from working in a smaller place and then taking that experience after a few years, taking that experience elsewhere and following whatever it is that interests you.